بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. الفصل الثاني عن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كيف أنعم وصاحب السور قد التقمه وأصغى سمعه وحنى جبهته ينتظر متى يؤمر بالنفخ فقالوا يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وما تأمرنا؟ قال قولوا حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. رواه الترمذي. Abu Sa'id Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that how can I rest? How can I be at ease? How can I be at comfort? And on the other side, Israfil alayhi salatu wassalam, he is preparing himself. He is ready and paying attention and physically and bodily. He is just waiting that when command is being made to blow the trumpet. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that how can I be at ease? How can I rest? How can I have comfort? On the other side, Israfil alayhi salatu wasalam, he is about to blow the trumpet. He is about to carry out the hukam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam described him that his hands are onto the trumpet, his ears are very attentive, and he is appearing that in a moment he is going to blow the trumpet. He is just waiting for the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will command him, he is going to blow the trumpet. When situation is this, then how can I be at ease? How can I rest? So Sahaba, Ridwanullahi ta'ala alim ajma'in, they asked Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam that, what is your instruction? What is your command? What is your hukam? So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that all of you say Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sufficient, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is best in making us go through these types of situations. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guard us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take care of us. So you say, Sahaba, Ridwanullahi ta'ala ajma'in, that Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. In these types of situations, and that is the end situation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us correct understanding of Quran and Sunnah, as Quran said that Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he was thrown into the fire. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was saying the same thing, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. That although I am facing this sort of situation, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sufficient for me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala narrated that Inna an-nasa qad jama'u lakum fakhshawhum. Sahaba, they were facing this time and this situation that the whole world, they got together against them. When the whole world got together against them, their slogan was Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. When everybody came together against them, Zadahum imana, they did increase into iman, because that is what was told by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That time will come, you will be tested. Your iman will be tested. You will face these types of situations, and when you face these types of situations, don't be despondent. Do not lose hope. Sahaba, Zadahum imana. وَقَالُوا حَسْبُنَ اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلُ. You know, they did increase into iman, and they all started saying, حَسْبُنَ اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلُ. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sufficient. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will look after us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will defend us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make us behave according to His pleasure and with His help. That is what they said. That is what they said. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَانْقَلَبُوا بِنِعْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَفَضْلٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them go through the situation successfully. Why? Because they said, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. So whenever true believers, whenever true mu'mineen, when they did face these types of situations, their slogan was Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. If you go through into the history of Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, if you go through into the history of Sahaba ridwanullahi ta'ala ajma'in, no matter how difficult time is ahead, but they have total reliance onto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have total reliance onto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And here in this hadith sharif, it is one of the gravest consequences whole universe is going to face. When trumpet will be blown, then whole universe will be destroyed. So that is the end of all consequences. That is the end of all calamities. That is the end of all troubles. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us some heed and some lessons. That any dilemma, any tasting time, it will be smaller than this. It will be smaller than this. Imagine how our Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam prepared us. That he prepared us for the gravest situation, for the greatest destruction, for the destruction of the whole universe. He had prepared us. Then very easily one can understand that every small and big troubles Ummah will face, Quran and Sunnah has prepared us for that. When Quran and Sunnah has prepared us for the greatest destruction, then small destruction, small test, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared us. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to explain the situation, that how grave it will be, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, how can I be at ease? How can I rest? On the other side, I can see that Israfil alayhi salatu wasalam is about to blow the trumpet. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, described his body language, that his ears are very attentive, and he has taken all the action, and he is appearing like in a minute, in a second he is going to blow the trumpet. On one side situation is this, on the other side Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, how can I rest? Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say that law ta'lamu ma'alam, what I know, if you will come to know, then you will not sleep peacefully on your bed. You will leave your bed, you will leave your comfort zone, and you will never laugh in your life. What I know, if you will come to know. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, through his prophetic knowledge, he is describing Israfil alayhi salatu wasalam and the duty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given it to him, and how keen he is, and how attentive he is, and how prepared he is. His preparation, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is describing, it is such that just now it will happen. And if it is going to happen just now, then how can I rest? How can I rest? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make every Muslim that we should take some share from this reaction of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that kaifa an'am. How can I enjoy? How can I forget? How can I not remember? How can I not prepare for that biggest destruction? Because it is going to take place, and it is very certain. And it is in this situation Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam described the whole situation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. So whatever happens, now, like yesterday or day before yesterday we were talking, turbulences are going to come. Before this world ends, all the signs of end will take place. Before this world will end, all the signs of end will take place. And all the major and minor signs has been mentioned by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every sign has been mentioned by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And so much so that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is mentioning this biggest, greatest destruction. So all small destruction, all small turbulences, all small dilemmas has been mentioned by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if that ummah who is being made aware of all these things, then they can never be confused. They can never lose hope. They can never become despondent. They can never give up. They can never give up. Because one day this whole universe is going to be destroyed. So if small loss comes, or small test comes, or small damage comes, then face it according to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's pleasure, according to Quran and Sunnah, and get ready for the next one. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us imani hope and imani raja, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from hopelessness. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawul, ya dhal jalali wal ikram, la ilaha illa ant. زهر اللاجئين وجار المستجيدين ومأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا، فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين، غير خزايا ولا ندام ولا مفتونين. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا إنك جامع الناس ليوم لا ريب فيه إن الله لا يخلف الميعاد. ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا. ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. اللهم ثبتنا على الإيمان وأمتنا على الإيمان واهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. اللهم علمنا الكتاب والتأويل. اللهم اجعلنا من التوابين واجعلنا من عبادك الصالحين واجعلنا من المتطهرين المتطهرين واجعلنا من المخلصين المخلصين واجعلنا من الذين لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.